The Mysterious Forest Adventure. It was a warm Saturday afternoon. Emma and her best friend Leo decided to go on an adventure in the forest near their small village. They both loved exploring new places. Emma carried a backpack with some snacks, a bottle of water, and a little first aid kit. Leo brought a flashlight, a rope, and a small notebook to write about everything they saw. As they entered the forest, the air felt cool and fresh. Birds were singing high in the trees, and the smell of pine filled the air. Sunlight passed gently through the leaves, creating golden spots on the ground. Emma smiled and said, "This feels like another world, Leo." Leo nodded and replied, "Yes, it feels magical. Let's see what we can find today." After walking for a while, Leo noticed something unusual. On the ground, there were footprints. They were bigger than a dog's but smaller than a bear's. The children stopped and looked at each other with surprise. "Do you think it's an animal we don't know?" Emma whispered. "Maybe," Leo answered. "Let's follow them. But we have to be careful." They followed the footprints deeper and deeper into the forest. The trees became taller and closer together. The wind grew stronger, and they heard the rustle of leaves all around them. Sometimes the sound made them nervous, but their curiosity was stronger than their fear. Suddenly, they heard a soft sound, like a little cry. Emma stopped walking. "Did you hear that?" she asked. "Yes," Leo answered quietly. "It sounds like an animal." They moved slowly toward the sound, pushing away some bushes. Under the bushes, they found a small fox. Its fur was orange and white, but its paw was hurt, and it looked tired and thirsty. The fox looked at them with big, sad eyes. Emma whispered, "A poor thing. We have to help it." Leo took out the bottle of water, and Emma carefully poured some into her hand for the fox to drink. Then Leo gave it a piece of bread from his bag. The fox ate slowly, wagging its tail a little. After a few minutes, the fox stood up. Emma and Leo thought it would run away, but instead, it walked a few steps and then turned back, looking at them as if to say, "Follow me." "Do you see that?" Leo asked with excitement. "Yes," Emma said. "I think it wants us to go with it." The fox walked in front of them, and the children followed. Soon, they reached a place in the forest they had never seen before. The path was narrow and covered with colorful flowers. Bright butterflies flew around, and the air smelled sweet. Emma said, "This feels like a secret garden." Leo wrote in his notebook, "We discovered a hidden path guided by a fox." At the end of the path, they found a small pond with crystal clear water. Sunlight shone on the surface, making it sparkle like diamonds. The fox walked to the pond and gently placed its injured paw inside the water. To their amazement, the wound began to heal. Emmer gasped, "Leo, did you see that?" The water healed the fox. Leo's eyes were wide. This is a magical place. The children sat near the pond, watching the fox play happily. They felt calm, safe, and full of wonder. They ate some of their snacks and shared a cookie with the fox. Emmer said softly, "I don't think anyone will believe us if we tell them." Leo smiled. "Maybe that's good. Some secrets are meant to stay in the forest." Before leaving, Leo opened his notebook and wrote every detail about the adventure: the footprints, the injured fox, the hidden path, and the magical pond. Emmer drew a picture of the fox and the shining water. As the sun began to set, the fox looked at them one last time. It barked softly, as if to say thank you, then disappeared back into the forest. Emmer and Leo stood quietly, holding their notebooks and backpacks. "That was the best adventure of our lives," Emmer said. "Yes," Leo agreed. "And we will never forget it." They walked back to the village slowly, still thinking about what they had seen. The sky turned orange and pink, and the stars started to appear. They promised each other to keep the secret safe and to return to the forest again one day. The end.
If you want more, make sure to subscribe to my channel.